Hey friends, okay, so I am showing you my project completed. Wasn't the plan. I have a process video, but I'm going to load that after because it's just way too long. So I'm just going to walk you through my finished project, and then if you want to see my process video, I will load that because I do like watching other people's. So here I'm just explaining that last year I started Gratitude Documented. I ended up in the hospital in October. I had to undergo two pretty major surgeries, and in November I just wasn't feeling that great, so I didn't finish this. So I'm upcycling what I was gonna use last year, and that's why you see the black and white gratitude documented on there because that's last year's sticker, and I thought it matched well. And then here I'm just telling you that when I tie material on, if it does not have a back, sometimes I'll put a stitch right through the middle. So that's what I did here, just so when I'm taking photos and stuff, my black and white will show nicely. And I decided to take everything off the ring to kind of show you everything individually. I'm really proud of this project. I actually love it a lot. The front and the back of this project is from a banner that I took apart that I bought in Target. And I'm explaining here that I decided to go in and stitch around it because it was going to start to fray, and I'm all good with fraying, but with burlap it'll fray apart completely. So something to think about. And then here's the tab inserts that has all the topics. I decided to leave it as is, and you'll see this project's primarily 4x6 cards. I talk about that in my process video, but here's Beauty in the Mess, and if you watch my process video, you're going to see that this card looks completely different than what I did in my process. I changed it up afterwards. I wanted this to kind of stand out as this was day one. I wanted to make sure the scripture was on there, so I put the little tag that Jill Drangsholt typed up with all of the Bible verses on it. And then I also brought in Shauna Klingerman's numbers 1 through 30 from her recent kit. And I just thought everything kind of went very well together. So that's day one. I put a little jute ribbon over on the side. Day two is learning to let go. I use that obviously as my die cut. This paper's Felicity Jane, and I don't buy a lot of Felicity Jane because it costs a lot of money and then I'll hoard it. But I've decided we got to use our stuff, right, friends? Romancing the Ordinary, day three. So this is something that I would cluster and just put right in my Bible or in my planner or my journal or whatever, but they look really cute on rings. So you just gotta make sure that everything's attached nicely, so nothing will fall apart. For day four, I decided to keep the Bible verse in the front. I made the little die cut into a pocket and just put the number 4 up there at the top. I also added a little stitch at the bottom. Day 5 is Grace Upon Grace. I took the grace from last year, and over there on the side I just added some ribbon, a little bit of extra stitching. I love black stitching. You're going to see that in a lot of my projects. This was a tag that I made last year, and this year all I did was add some leaves in the die cut and a number. Some of the Bible verses you'll see by themselves if they were too big or they wouldn't fit on what I was doing. Like here's another little die cut, Captivated Heart, that I added a couple of the black and white Vanessa Walker die cuts to. That pale pink heart was from an Illustrated Faith package. I took it off the package and put it on cardstock, so save everything. This is a tag that I had pre-made. I'm gonna share a lot about my paper crafting. I love to paper craft, so that's coming. But again, this is just a little tag. I have the number 8 hanging off the bottom down there. I had printed all the numbers on sticker paper, white sticker paper, so I could just stick them on. But when you have anything hanging off, you want to make sure that it's sturdy enough. So another pre-made tag. The die cut was Worship. Here is a tag that was in a little Maggie Holmes set that I have, and I just added the die cut on top and some more of these leaves. I love these leaves because they have some like gold foil on it, and I just think they're beautiful. Here's a 4x6 card. I love the paper, so I just added on the die cut, put a little rickrack stitching or zigzag stitching, and you'll see that a lot. This is one of my favorites, Authentic Friendship. There's a little burlap leaf over there. A new creation. I love this on the mustard paper. And I'm telling you right there that the 14, because it matched with the mustard paper, I put a little stitch there. These were florals that I had, and I'll always pick up extra florals. I love florals with everything. Here's another one of my black and white floral things, or just black and white in general, and I just threw a little flower on there. I love, love, love black and white with floral. This is Light in the Darkness. I coupled that with that little Polaroid because I felt like it was the light at the end of the tunnel. So I think it'll go great with whatever scripture is there. For this one, that little paper in the background is Brave Little Tailor from an older set, and I just took a couple hearts. That black one's vellum, and I just did some zigzag stitching on the verse. This is a super simple one. All I did was was the little healing tag, and I put it on a vintage Polaroid with the number. This is one of my favorites. That black and white floral is one huge die cut, and I took their circular die cut and put it on there, and then I just put a little zigzag stitching. Here's a 4x6 paper. That's Vanessa Walker's die cut up there. This one talks about mentors, teachers, and leaders. I have two teachers in my family. I have a lot of love and respect for teachers, and this will be something that I pray about a lot that day. This one I thought was really cute. I took heart paper because it's pure hearts, and then I just added on a simple little, that's like a rust heart, because I just thought it was the hearts on the hearts on the hearts. Here again, black and white, add the florals, and it's done. I think what I was trying to say here is like black and white goes with anything, and then also think about green. Green is another thing. If you think about flowers and plants, what do they have? They have green leaves, they're on green stems. So that's another color that you can bring in. And like Illustrated Faith, the entire cover of their journal this year is green. It's a simple one. All I did was take the little die cut, the good news, and I just put it right on this little vintage piece of paper. I think it was like a seed bag or something, and then I also put the number on there, and I left it pretty simple. I don't think I put any stitching on that. This is just truth, so that little tiny tag is what the die cut is, and I love lots of, smaller shapes and sizes. I like to be able to have those in my kits. So here, this is day 25. This will be Thanksgiving Day. November 25th is a rough day in my family. I'll probably talk about that at a later point. Day 26, I really like this one. I took a Vanessa Walker frame and I just stuck the Beloved die cut in there, and then I put the 26 at the top with some stitching down the side. Again, that's Felicity Jane paper. This is a super cute one. So this is New Hope. I just put some of Kelly Banks florals at the bottom. I hung off the 27, and I really love that little rust color tag. I think it's super cute. And I think I'm just telling you here that I printed all these out on sticker paper, but at the very bottom of this one, I left the sticker paper on. Usually I'll put these onto cardstock if they're hanging off. This one, Open Hands, Open Hearts. You're going to see that, oops, yep, didn't realize I had already put the Bible verse on the back. But that's okay. We make mistakes. We can go in and fix them, and really no one's going to see it. Excuse me. Pretty simple one. I just added a little floral die cut and a little bit of stitching. And then last but not least, Answered Prayers. I love this one. That's a pink frame in the back, and then I put the pink tag on top of it because I didn't want to use the words that were in the frame. And then I took the black and white little leaf that I had, and I put some of the cardstock hearts that I have. And then the back there, I liked the back of this paper, and I believe this was crepe paper. It could have been Felicity Jane, but I wanted to just washi tape that in there because I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet. But here's a little tip. with washi tape to take a little bit of the stickiness off. You can put it on your hand a couple times. It'll still stick to whatever you're using. And the last thing in my book is the card that came with the gratitude documented kit this year. I thought it was really clever how they put that all together. And I read the back. I don't need the back anymore, so I left it empty. And then I can come in and write a prayer. And just so everyone knows, like, it's okay to be behind. You're not behind in your world. Yes, maybe online you're not posting the days exactly how everyone's posting, but that's okay. Let that be okay. I'm allowing that to be okay with me. And I think as a community, we need to be okay with just knowing that it's okay to not have everything done exactly. It's the holiday season. We got a lot of stuff going on. So, let's give ourselves some grace. So, last, if you listened this far and you follow me over here on YouTube and you have an Instagram, please leave your Instagram in my comments so I know that I'm following you over on Instagram and I can correlate who you are between my YouTube and my Instagram. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It's Create and Daydream. And then also, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know, because there's people commenting on my YouTube channels or my videos, and I didn't even know they have a channel. So I want to give a little shout out to Karen. She's been commenting on my stuff, and she has an awesome channel. And I think what I'm going to try to do is, highlight people's channels as well, because I'm all about community over competition and encouraging one another. Like, let's be a community that encourages one another. So hope you guys have a fabulous day, and thank you for being here.